Well, who do I have with me today?
So my name's Kaylin, and I am well, if I say owner, I'll get in trouble, but I'm the co-owner with my husband of Kaylin's Bake Shop.
Kaylin's Bakeshoppe. Don Burns. Thank you
Nice to
for
meet
your
you.
time. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no
I
worries.
want to thank Cohas for letting me use this beautiful, beautiful room. So, bake shop, that means goodies,
Yes, yes,
right?
absolutely.
And I want to see what the heck, what are these called?
Yep. So these are our gourmet cookies. They're almost half pound each. So we've got our signature chocolate chip. That's the one we offer pretty much all the time. And then this is my personal favorite cookie that we make. It's the cinnamon rolled cookie. So
Cinnamon
cinnamon
roll.
roll inspired, but it is a cookie.
Wow. And how did you get into baking?
Well, I actually it all happened by accident when I was pregnant with our first daughter. I was literally 9 months pregnant. I had gotten together with some friends and we were having like everybody bring a dish, we'll eat, we'll have fellowship. And I made some cupcakes from scratch and it came out really well. I was honestly surprised. And when I was there, I had one of my other friends was also pregnant. She was like, "Well, I need a cake for my baby shower. Would you be interested in making a cake?" So I had never made a cake before, not, I mean, from scratch, like two tier, never done that before. And I said yes, like the crazy person that I am. I
Like
ended up,
flour and egg? You took
yeah,
flour and egg from the very
everything totally
bottom?
from scratch. Two tiers. I had never stacked a cake on top of another. I said yes. I baked it all the day before. I threw the whole thing out because it came out horrible, and I did it all again. And the second try came out amazing. And from there, I just kind of organically started getting family and friends asking for it. It was very unexpected.
And you don't have nobody, no what, mom or dad was a baker, nobody?
I mean, I think every family has that kind of one person that's like, I'm going to bake something. So I was always that person. But most of the time when I was growing up, it was like we were buying like box cake mix and box brownies and things, and I was just whipping it
Dunkin' and
together.
all that.
Right. So it wasn't until I got older that I started doing things from scratch and kind of realized that I loved it and I was pretty good at it. So
Well, I'm getting ready to taste it. Where you, when you say growing up, where did you grow up at?
So I actually grew up here in Lakeland. We bounced around a little bit within the city, but pretty much here my whole life.
And what do you do for a regular job? You said that this is your part time?
Yes, so baking is I call it my 5 to 9. My 9 to 5 is teaching. I actually teach at a local private school here and I love it.
Fantastic. And so you don't mind if I try this
Yeah,
on
go for
camera?
it. Yep, and
I'm
of
gonna have
course
to.
it's Florida, so they're a little melty from the heat outside, but that makes it better, honestly.
Uh, how much?
So they're all nearly half pound. So there's some variations in size, but all of them are pretty close
Oh
to that half
my goodness!
pound.
Look how huge and gooey. That is fantastic. And so tell me, you said you got into baking. Do you sell it around here? Do you have a website?
So I do have a website. I have a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of the things. Those are things I'm working on growing right now. Mostly get traffic through Facebook. Since I am a home baker, I actually operate under Florida's cottage food laws. I'm a home baker, so everything I do is
Hmm.
through social media. So I have a website.
What's your website
I
address?
it's kaylinsbakeshop.com.
And how do you spell that?
KaylinsBakeshoppe.com.
Thank you so much.
So that old fashioned style bake shop.
That is awesome.
But yeah, so I actually ship these cookies all over the country. So even if people, know family members or anything that they would like to send cookies to, I do get a lot of that, people from outside the state ordering. But then here in Polk County and in Lakeland specifically, I do offer cakes, cupcakes, more custom things like that that aren't so easy to ship, but they
Mhm.
are great for the local deliveries.
So you do like birthday parties
Absolutely.
and
I've done birthdays, I've done bridal showers, baby showers, I've done a couple of wedding cakes. Those are stressful, but I do them occasionally. I'm kind of picky about the wedding cakes that I take.
that is a cinnamon bun. Period. I've never had one like that. It's a cinnamon bun and a cookie.
Yep.
How'd you come up with that idea?
I think I saw somebody kind of playing around with the idea. Um, And I didn't honestly, I maybe this isn't a great thing to say, but I wasn't a fan of how they approached it. And I was like, man, they just kind of throwing the ingredients into a cookie. I wonder if I could actually roll a cookie like a cinnamon roll. I actually am a big fan of our cinnamon rolls as well. We have from scratch
The
brown
real.
butter, cream cheese cinnamon rolls. And I was like, man, if I could get that in a cookie, because brown butter, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's one of our secrets that we put in just
Brown
about
butter.
everything.
Never
Brown
even heard
butter.
of brown butter.
Yeah, it's just butter, but it's cooked down till it browns, and it gives it a really nutty, salty flavor. So it's not just that, straight sweet.
Okay.
And so our cookies have that in the base. So I thought, that cinnamon rolled cookie, if I could roll it like a cinnamon roll and get that flavor in, it could be really nice. So I was really pleased with how it came out.
Did you nail it the first time or try it a couple
I
times?
did, but that doesn't always happen. So that one, it was the first time. It was beginner's luck on that cookie. It came out just the way I wanted it to. That there are other cookies that we definitely have had a few trials.
You're like a natural baker now. It came naturally to you then. If you're doing this the first time and no one in your family, you're like.
Yeah. So I tell people I love nailing flavors. I love experimenting with flavors. And my husband, I said I have to give him credit as the co-owner because he does help a lot. He's kind of he perfects like the science of it. So the cookie that you see here, especially the chocolate chip cookie, that's what we started with. We made probably 40 or more different versions of that cookie to get the base right. And so that base that we have is what we use for all of our new flavors. We just modify, add different fillings and toppings to make what we want. But it was about 40 different tries to get that
40.
base that you see there. Yep.
No, WD-40, no, I'm kidding. So, what's their top seller? Chocolate chip your top seller?
Chocolate chip tends to be, yes. We have a few. We actually did a poll on our page a few weeks ago of what are people's favorites. So chocolate chip is up there. S'mores, we do a s'mores cookie that's really good. That's up there, and a salted caramel. However, we did that vote before we introduced our cinnamon roll cookie. So I bet if we did it again, that might be up there as well.
And I've never heard of a cinnamon roll cookie. Have you before this?
I've not. Like I said, I saw that one recipe and I was like, that's interesting, but it was kind of a totally different approach. Like they were just kind of throwing some cinnamon into the mix, throwing some cream cheese, like a cream cheese icing on top. And that was really it. So I had never seen one that tried to kind of replicate an actual cinnamon roll so closely. So,
Well, that's fantastic. It's delicious.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
If it was a blind taste test, you'd be like saying, I'm confused. I taste the cookie and I taste the cinnamon roll. I would be confused.
Well, that's good. That's what we want.
You could. What's your aspirations? Are you seeking to open a bakery or anything in the future?
So that is a question we actually get a lot, and we've talked through a lot. Like I said, I'm a teacher. My husband's also a teacher, and we really, really love where we're at right now. We have two small kids, so running a bakery, an actual storefront bakery, it's a big dream, and it is a dream that we have. We're just not sure of the timeline. It might be a little bit down the road when we feel like we're ready to transition and take that big step when our kids are a little bit more independent, a little bit older. But it's definitely a goal of ours. I actually have ideas I enjoy cooking all kinds of food, not just baking. So I have ideas for different types of restaurants, to start with a little storefront bake shop and then build on it and build other kinds of like deli and cafe type restaurants as well.
That is fantastic. Have you heard of Catapult? Do you know about Catapult?
I have, yes. We've actually looked into Catapult a little bit. We are kind of in that in-between place where we're looking to, how long do we continue running this as a cottage bakery out of our home? When is it time to take the next step and expand? Catapult has a great facility that would be an awesome opportunity to use that if we feel like,
Yeah.
when we get to that point.
Well, it sounds like you've got your head on straight. You're making your family, your kids when they're young.
Yeah.
They need the parents and priority one. That's what I did. My kids, I went to work every day, came home. They finished high school, and now that they finished high school, I said, now I'm going to do my entrepreneurial my way, the way I can. But that foundation for your kids, that's fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're absolutely number one. And sometimes it's even a little bit challenging. My 5-year-old every now and then is like, you have to make cookies again. So sometimes I try to not start turning the oven on until they're in bed because I really do want them to feel like they're the number one priority right now.
That's one. And how about if people have special diet issues? Do you try to do any of that?
So that's actually the hot topic question right now that I've been getting a lot. I have some people who have asked me about dairy-free, gluten-free, and sugar-free. And so this is kind of what I say to those people. I am in the works of putting some dairy and gluten-free options together. Of course, as teachers, we do have more time over the summer, and our official last day of school just happened. So we are going to be experimenting with that. So hopefully, in the very near future, you're going to see those gluten-free, dairy-free options. Now, sugar-free, that is a little bit more of a challenge. We're not sure yet if that's something we're going to look into or offer, but I never say never because down the road, it could happen. So,
Well, that's fantastic. Well, I appreciate your time very much.
yeah,
And
I
I wish you
appreciate
the
you
luck.
having
If
me.
you need
Thank
anything,
you.
let me know.
All
Thank
right,
you so much.
sounds good. Thank you
God
so
bless
much
you.
for having me.
You're welcome.